It's all crumbling now. Have West Brom been found out? So fans say. Stephen says, we are a one-trick pony. We get the ball out wide and cross it. Stop the wingers and you basically stop West Brom. Why the reluctance to have shot from around the area? Well, we're going to be asking this set of Baggies fans if that's true or not. Have West Brom been found out? This is where the Baggies walk. It's the quickest and most comprehensive review of all things West Brom on the internet. And on this edition, we're looking back at that Millwall game. It won't take very long, so come and join us. All right, welcome back, Dan, Aaron, Ben, and Dean to Where the Baggies Walk. And thank you very much, of course, for watching. Do press that subscribe button before you go away and listen to this lot review that Millwall game. Before we get on to Millwall, though, Dan, should we have a quick word about Borough? What happened there?
Oh, God. It was hard to watch. To be fair, I've rarely said that this season. It's been really enjoyable to watch, but that Middlesbrough game, we were just second to every ball. They were by far the better team, and rightly so. They went and got the win.
Yeah, I don't think we should look too much into that result. I think Borough are going to do that to quite a few sides this season. But Aaron, is the Millwall one the more disappointing of the two, even though you did pick up a point?
Sort of, in a sense. I mean, the Borough one was very disappointing considering we lost, but against a team like Millwall, who, I mean, at least with Borough, they are a decent side, but with Millwall, they've got maybe two, three decent players who you can pick out. But I mean, yeah, it wasn't a great performance by any means. I mean, we just like the comments at the start of the video. We were very reluctant to take shots, and it was a bit disappointing, really. You think, if you had a bit more encouragement to shoot from all areas, then you might have seen a goal, but it wasn't to be.
Thanks, Owen. Ben, the comment there said that teams have figured West Brom out. You stop the wide players, and you actually stop you from doing anything. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'd say so. To be honest, I think Millwall doubled up on the wingers on Saturday, and that restricted us a lot from either flank. All like to see us mix it up a little bit. Maybe go two up front. Try a different path, but Millwall definitely came and did a job on us, especially down the wings. Absolutely.
There's lots of fans saying exactly what Ben's just said there, Dean, on social media, that he needs to change it up a bit. Knowing what you know about Carlos, I've never been accused of stubbornness before. Do you think he will for Oxford?
I would hope so. I think it'll work better at Oxford, to be honest, because Oxford won't sit back and defend for 90 minutes like Millwall did. I mean, we were well and truly Tony Poolist, I think, on against Millwall. They just came for a point and got a point, and we couldn't break them down. But we kept trying the same thing over and over again to the wingers without any shots. So yeah, I think not so much he'll change it against Oxford, but I think it'll be a different game because Oxford will come at us and try and play, and that works in our favour, I think.
Okay. Do join us next week when we are chatting, of course, all things Oxford. Dan, I want to get your view on this one. Ryan Clark says need to play two up top, which we've just heard, as simple as that, and give Cole a chance. Are you having that?
Yeah, to be fair, I do kind of agree with that. It gives us more firepower up top, and it is a bit unfair on Devante Cole. Like, he hasn't had a sniff all season, and would be nice to see what he's about.
I want to ask you this one, Aaron, because you yourself tweeted about it. There's one player coming in for quite a lot of stick there, which is Mikey Johnson. The bottom one here, Aidan says, please do not start Mikey Johnson again this season. He's useless since he's come back. And I think you tweeted something similar along the lines, is this the actual same Mikey Johnson that we had last year? What's going on, man?
I wish I could tell you. I mean, I just think he's been found out. I mean, he had a cut inside, sort of. That would be his signature move, and I think that's been found out. Like they're saying, where with Fellows, it's sort of like the step over cross. That's his sort of thing. But I think with Johnson, it's like that's all he's got. which is a bit annoying, really, considering how much we paid for him. You'd think, be able to do a bit different, go down, hit the byline, but it doesn't seem to be the case where, other players in the league can, which, it's quite annoying. It doesn't seem like the same player from last year. It doesn't seem like he has the same confidence either. It just seems to be falling over himself half the time and, running stupid balls, into either it runs at players, not as much, I should say, which is annoying because that's what he was quite good at last year. He was running at players like a proper winger would, which is again what we liked last year. But this year it's the same story. It's just it's just not the same player from last year, which is very disappointing.
Ben, John says the way that we've fallen off in the past month has been really poor. I don't see how this is going to change if we keep playing so slowly up and down the sides and then across the back. We always seem the least up for the fight, no matter who we're playing against. Has it been slow in the last 3 or 4 games for you?
I wouldn't say it's been slow. I think Millwall and Borough came and did a job on us, to be honest. I think they won't be the first teams to do that either. I think it's because our home form was so good last season, teams are more than happy to come and put 11 men behind the ball and stop us playing. I think we are moving the ball slightly quicker than last season because we have lost Yokusu in the middle. And I think Mo and Mulumby do give us a bit more tempo in midfield. But again, it's hard to do when the opposition are putting 11 men behind the ball.
Absolutely agree. And finally, Dean, one for you. Dan says, 3 games on the bounce, we've played the same way and the opposition have played the same way to shut us out. We're far too easy to play against. It's time to change it up now. Okay. So you're in charge, Dean, for the next game at Oxford. What do you do?
To be honest, I wouldn't change it too much because I think, as I mentioned, I think Oxford will play into our hands, a bit like Portsmouth did. They'll come out and it'll give us space round the back for the wingers, and we are quite fast going forward. And I mean, Madja should bounce back again. I think DK's not far away as well, so he might even make an appearance on the bench soon. It was always going to be after the international break, wasn't it? So not heard it mentioned, but he can't be far away now.
Okay. Not panic stations yet for any of you, though,
No, not
at all. Nah. Good. It's still at
well,
point.
That HMS win the league has got a slight little
Just about.
2 points, 2 points off the top, and we're 4th. If somebody had said that after the Blues friendly before the season, we'd have snapped their hands off, wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
No panic yet.
Okay. And of course, we must mention that the tribute, of course, at the Middlesbrough game for, of course, the fallen fan. West Brom always do it well, so well done to everyone involved at the club for that. Last little topic then this week is all about home atmospheres. We've spoken to all our teams about what's been going on up and down the country. The Championship just feels a little bit flat at the moment, especially at big home stadiums where we expect noise. Sunderland, Leeds, Norwich, Hull, both the Sheffield clubs all report that it's flat this season. And I wanted to ask all of you, as regular Hawthorn goers, what it's been like at the Hawthorns. Obviously, it's better when you're winning. We'd expect that. But in terms of general noise and hubble-blue around the ground, Dan, what's it been like for you? Aaron, join in as well.
I don't think it's been too bad, to be honest. I was like sitting in the Smethwick. You got the drummer who just doesn't stop, really, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think it's been too bad.
Okay, Aaron?
Well, I'm sat directly in the Brummie. This is bang centre of the Brummie, and you get noise either side of you, really. I mean, to the back right of me, that's quite loud, and to the back left, you get the odd fan that tries to make a bit of noise. But I think the Brummie is known. It's not exactly the loudest stand. I mean, it's always a lot of the noise always comes from the Smethwick, and then it's reciprocated around the ground. But yeah, I mean, it could be better. It definitely could be better. I'd say it's probably at 70% of its best on most days. I mean, obviously for the bigger games, you get the louder crowds and the more chants and what have you. But I mean, on the most part, on the overall, I should say, really, it's about 70%, which obviously could be better.
Okay, Dean, has it been a bit flat for you?
Yeah, it has been, to be honest. I think the expectation's a bit too much at the moment. I mean, most fans come expecting us to just steamroll the teams and, win 3 or 4. And as soon as things don't turn out that way, you hear a pin drop at times. To be honest, it's not brilliant.
Okay, Ben.
Yeah, I agree with what Aaron said. I'm in the Brummer Road as well. I think
Me
it's
too.
about 70% at the minute. You know, it's quite loud when the liquidator's playing pre-kick off, and when the whistle goes, it kind of dies off a little bit. Yeah, I think it's still a patient crowd, but I think the crowd could play the part a little bit more.
Okay.
There was a bit of booing as well after the Millwall game, which I really don't agree with.
Yeah, no.
No, shouldn't have that. Yeah. I thought they were going to ban the liquidator for the visit of Millwall as well, because it's been proven to incite violence, isn't it? Some
What a load of
woke
crap.
madness like
Different
that.
topic
Yeah.
altogether,
White
that, ain't it?
nonsense.
All right. Thank you for joining us this week. Then join us next week when we're going to be asking this lot the important questions: which team should start against Oxford? How do you go and beat a team like Oxford that haven't lost at home? Let's not forget that. And also asking these guys to review their early season predictions, because, of course, we'll be 10 games into the season. So we're legally obliged to ask you after 10 games where you think everything will go. Join us next week for that. Have a great international break. We'll see you some proper football in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for watching.